Hey guys, it's Nate, aka the Foot Accountant. Welcome back to the channel. It's another promo Friday on FC26 today with more future stars dropping in this game. But today isn't just about new content, it's also about something that is already out. Guys, today we get another chance at the Future Stars Academy. Whether you didn't like your first chain or found somebody better that you'd like to do a second time through, we get that opportunity today as there is another contract Evo that will be out where we get to start another one of these Academy Evos through the next week. Also, I'm looking for good SBC content today. We had good SBC content last Friday with Dorgu and Micah Richards, but maybe we get two again today. We'll take a look at that, and we've got to talk about the market, guys, because prices are up in a lot of different areas. But I gotta wonder, is this going to be a good time to sell some of those cards that we've seen go up incredible amounts in value over the past couple of weeks after Team of the Year? And we have leaks about the Brazilian League returning to FC. We're going to talk about that as well. Guys, it's Friday today. Drop a thumbs up in the video if you're excited for it. Hype the video if you can. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Now, let's start things off by looking back at yesterday's content on Thursday, where there really wasn't too much released in this game, guys, but there were new cards released in packs. Yes, if you missed it, EA dropped transfer player cards yesterday in packs. You've got Endrick at Lyon. Of course, he's already had the inform, but now his base gold card is in packs. You've got Schuler for Manchester United, Walker Zimmerman now in Toronto, and a whole host or pages of players technically that have transferred clubs in the winter window. Now, this is not a full list of all the players that have transferred. Of course, you don't have the Conor Gallagher to Spurs. You don't have the Cancelo back to Barcelona. You're still missing a ton of transfer cards, but this is the first wave of those. And if you want to keep on top of when EA do these transfer cards from the winter window here in the next couple of weeks, you go to Players tab, down to New Players, and you can see all of the new bronze, silver, and gold base cards that have been added. So make sure you keep an eye on that because, of course, if somebody's just transferred to your club and they fit the age requirement for the Future Stars Academy, of course, you might have a chance to evo their new card starting today as well. So we're going to talk about that, of course, but to not get too ahead of ourselves, let's look back through the rest of yesterday's Thursday content where we did have an Evo, and this one's really just confusing to me, guys. It's a center back Evo, and it gives some good stat boost. I love the +4 defending up to 89. I love the jockey base playstyle. I love the +6 passing and +4 dribbling. Those are stats that always need to be boosted on a center back as long as the center back stays like lengthy for the accelerate type. We like that, but I like that it's +6 passing and 4 dribbling, so it boosts everything in the stat column of passing and dribbling. So I'm a big fan of that. But technical base playstyle on a center back is something that I'm not a huge fan of. Like when I take a look at the players in my club that fit this Evo, I see a Miles Robinson who I'm like, yeah, that's great. I love the passing and dribbling boost here. I like it. But then I look at the playstyles and I'm like, I'd rather have quick step, or I'd rather have maybe a block or a tiki or something like that instead of the technical based playstyle. And since we now have Evos giving us up to 8 playstyles, a lot of the cards you might have that are max 86 rated that fit into this are probably going to end up getting that technical playstyle. So either you say, I'm okay with that and I want the stats upgrade, or you've put it on somebody like this Dante who's already got 8 base playstyles so he doesn't get the technical base. But again, we could mention this could be useful in a chain with some of those Future Star Academy evolutions that, of course, are going to be a very, very popular part of content today on Friday. Now, let's take a look through the SBCs that we had yesterday, which it was just 3 simple SBCs that we had. It was the Serie A Player of the Month, DeMarco. Not a very good looking card, to be completely honest, in terms of the meta, but if you're an Inter fan, maybe you're collecting this one. It's 3 squads. He's 65,000 coins to get done, so it at least is decently cheap, but maybe still even too expensive for a card of that caliber. And then we had 2 different pack SBCs. We had the Future Stars Challenge 3 for a Prime Gold Players Pack untradeable, and a marquee matchup set, as we see every Thursday, for a rare mixed player pack. But maybe the biggest and most interesting news from yesterday's content on Thursday was on social media, was on Twitter. There was news, guys, that Brazilian League players, including Neymar, could be coming back to Ultimate Team because of some Brazilian clubs signing licensing deals with EA Sports FC Mobile, and actually leaks that there's going to be a promo dropping in FC Mobile, including some players from Botafogo and Bahia, the two clubs from the Brazilian league that have signed with FC Mobile. Now, the crazy part about this is you think, okay, they signed with EA Sports FC Mobile. That means they're going to be an Ultimate Team, right? Doesn't seem that that's a 100% connection or correlation there, except a marketing and business director from the Bahia club in the Brazilian Serie A said on Twitter, responding to somebody who was asking him whether or not this was going to come to the console version of EAFC as well. He said it's going to be in mobile, yes, but soon they'll release the video game version, meaning console, right? FC26. And he has since deleted this tweet because I think he said something he wasn't supposed to say, but that kind of confirms it, that EA is going after the Brazilian league licenses, which is fantastic because there's so many players that we would love to get in this game, but specifically Neymar. If they have Brazilian licenses for all of the clubs, that's the goal, right? That'd be the craziest thing. We could have Santos, Neymar, and that would be super crazy. There was another reporter who was commenting on this as well, saying that EA sent all these documents to every Serie A club so the clubs could convince the players to sign a unilateral contract, guaranteeing each player's participation in FC27. I find that really interesting that this is for next year. And even at the bottom here, it says anyone who is in EA Mobile will be in the launch of FC27 in the middle of the year. At the launch in the middle of the year. Those two things kind of contradict each other. So the timing is a bit off here from what we're understanding about all of these rights and stuff. But the hype and, you know, the hope of Brazilian league players, specifically Neymar, potentially being inside of FC27 or maybe even as early as FC26 and like a late drop is there now with that news being out. There's also news about icons and heroes. We've looked at some of these leaks in the past couple of weeks as the news has been getting out about Dunga and Batistuta and all these other new icons and heroes that are being dropped. We just don't know when these are dropping. And again, these are the base items. If we were to get a promo version of Batigol, it would probably be better than this because, of course, we just had that with Cesc Fabregas, right? Cesc Fabregas has a base hero card, but he, of course, just got a Future Stars hero, which is a lot better, 2 playstyle pluses, and 1.3 mil on the market. His base card would not be that much. Neither would this Batistuta. So this is a list of all the players. FutSheriff tweeted them out yesterday. Official face images in game and official cards. Again, the base cards do not look that good. But of course, there are going to be some new additions to heroes. And we just wait until when. Like, it doesn't look like it's going to be a part of the promo today with Future Stars Team 2 that we would see any of these new players because there haven't been leaks for that. But maybe the next promo, maybe a few weeks down the line, maybe even in like FC27, we'd start to see those cards. And they're just being added in now for reasons in which we do not know. So that's one thing to kind of keep an eye on in the next couple of weeks. But guys, before we talk about Friday content today, I know that's the big thing, but like, we got to talk about the market real quick because prices on this market just keep flying. Everything just keeps rising. Like, I'm looking at cards that we were talking about buying Nico Williams for 330 to 340 earlier in the week. He's 400,000 coins right now on the market, like 390 to 400K. The market has just been booming over the past couple of days. And honestly, if you track it back to the second week of Team of the Year, prices have just really started to go up, and that's good. And that was one of the reasons why we bought cards. If you look at some of the Winter Wild cards, some of those icons we were talking about buying, even some of the Thunderstruck cards. Somebody told me the price of Jude Bellingham Thunderstruck, and I was just shocked because I remember looking at this card in the market at 700K. He's 1.1 million coins. It's been an incredible rise over the past couple of weeks. But is that going to end soon? I don't think that the market is going to just crash, flip a switch, and just all of a sudden tank. I just think that after the market has risen for the last 2 weeks super consistently, the content's going to turn around at some point again, and it's going to be a bit of a market downturn. It's just a matter of when, because that's how the market has always worked on this game. After big promos, you have a nice rise. We had it after Black Friday. We had it after Winter Wildcards. We have it after Team of the Year. But at some point, there's going to be that correction. Things are going to come back down because new content's going to come out. People are going to want to get involved with new cards, whatever it may be, even hype and leaks for like an upcoming promo that looks really good. Something's going to impact the market. And I just think that maybe this weekend, if you want to be ultra safe, super safe, you could start to take the cash on any of the big boy tradable cards that you may have, or just other cards in general that have risen up a ton on your team. If you're like, Nate, nah, content looks mid, I think these cards are going to keep going up, you could continue to hold on to cards as well. I think like tonight, Friday Night Bubble would be a great time to probably sell some of those cards, and maybe into next week you'd still be fine. Like again, we take that Jude Bellingham, for example. I don't think Jude Bellingham is going to end up going back down to 600,000 or 700,000 coins in a week. It's probably going to be until March that he would maybe go down that much, maybe in the panic for like a Foot birthday promo. But I just wanted to kind of notify you guys of how I'm feeling about the market. It's gone up for 2 weeks in a row. At some point, things have got to give, but the content's got to be the thing that makes those cards drop, right? And right now, the content, at least the past couple of days, hasn't looked good. But today's a Friday, and we know, guys, right? Friday's the big promo days on this game. We got new cards coming to packs. We got SBCs that look good, another Academy evolution that we can do, and another Evo outside of the Academy that could be good today as well. We need something today to liven things up. That is for sure. Now, let's start with what we know about today. Future Stars Team 2 cards that are coming into packs. These are official stats, but it is not the full team. This is the same leak that we looked at yesterday. There's no new news. But guys, I'm saving packs. Like I saved my 83 by 10s, my 86 times 2s, and even a couple of other packs from SBCs and objectives, because I was like, you know what? The cards that are in this team here, personally for me, that Wilson Odobert, that Pepe, and the McGlynn, I'd be super stoked to pack one of those. So that's why I decided to save packs for one day and open for Team 2 today. So take a screenshot of that, zoom in on it a bit if you want to. The craziest card, 100%, is the Gareth Bale. I know that card's going to be probably 10 mil plus today, but that card looks ridiculous. Hazard looks crazy. Dean Huijsen for me, and Leonard Carl, Anna Billy, all look crazy as well. And there's more players, right, that we do not know official stats for, like Matsukubo's in there, Vuskovic is in there. We saw this leak. Baleba as well has been leaked, but we haven't seen official stats for him. Esme Brooks, Akliush, bunch of players that have not had official stats leaked for them yet. So just keep a close eye out for that today. We'll be keeping an eye to see if we get more news on the official stats for cards that are coming in this team. But I would expect that their prices, just if there's a player from that team that you're wanting to maybe buy today for your team, the prices of these future star cards from Team 2 are probably going to react very similar to how we saw them for Team 1. They're going to start very expensive. They're going to be very rare, and they're probably just going to drop off into the night tonight on Friday and then go even lower on Saturday. Like, remember last week, this Due, I think, on Saturday was still like 3 million, and he dropped all the way down to 1.9 mil, literally on Saturday, the day after he came into packs. So these cards are going to be rare from Team 2, and I think their prices are going to show that. So just be careful if there's any of them that you want to try for like Weekend League tonight. Buy it and then sell it and get rid of it, and do not hold on for long. Now, the SBC content is where some of the biggest names are. We've looked at this leak, right? Mayulu is coming as an SBC card. We don't know for sure if he's going to be today, but if they dropped Big Meeks and Dorgu last week on a Friday, surely we can get a big player SBC today, and maybe even 2. And this Mayulu card, I don't know, man. I think this card could be crazy. 92 dribbling, 90 passing, with the incisive and the tech. We got to know what the weak foot and the skill moves are. We got to know what the positions are this card has as well. And of course, the price is a big, big part of this. But for those links, for a PSG player, if this is like 400,000 coins or something, like, I think how much would that card cost in the market? You know, Due cost 1.8 mil. Voltamata cost 450,000 coins. Like, would this card be 500? I think it might be, to be completely honest. Depends on the playstyles, weak foot, all that stuff. But like, that's a pretty big name and a pretty good looking card. So I think 500K, 450,000 coins would maybe be where EA would price this. We will just have to see how that looks there. And then the other player SBC that could be today, if we're going to get two, would potentially be Doumbia. And guys, like I said yesterday, I'm still scared about this card, right? If this card ends up being cheap, this could be a player that you just see everywhere. He's not going to be like the most meta for just the dribbling, the left stick, the Claudia Pina-esque movement. But for rapid plus, 96 pace, again, if this is 250,000 coins, he's going to be a crazy super sub and a card that a lot of people will just do because he'll be lightning quick in game. So I hope this is cheap. And if it is cheap, you know, this is maybe an SBC, and Mayulu could be too, that actually hurts the market a little bit. If you see a really good Mayulu, maybe you'd see other midfielders drop a little bit. If you see a really, really good Doumbia, you might see some strikers drop a little bit in price just because, you know, of a good new SBC that is coming out. So that's kind of what we're looking at there for SBCs. And speaking of SBCs, can we take a look at fodder prices for a second? Guys, fodder is higher right now than it was during Team of the Year. And I think we know the reason for that. The big SBC of Team of the Year, Marcelo and Sophia Wilson, both of those I would say are kind of the two of the biggest ones, specifically Sophia Wilson. They're expiring today on Friday. And what I think you're seeing right now is people like myself, I was doing this 2 days ago, who hadn't finished those SBCs, who realized they're some of the best ones in this game right now. They're going and buying up fodder before those SBCs expire to get them done. Look at this, man. Rodri was 53K last week, right? During Team of the Year, he was up here at 56,000 coins. He's back, 63K. These cards are higher than they were even during the height of Team of the Year, which is absolutely crazy. But I do think after content today, they are going to fall off. And I think that the lower tier part of the market will fall off later tonight on Friday. Right away after content, you may have some people going and doing an icon pack, maybe go doing a player SBC. If, you know, the Mayulu or the Doumbia is good today, I could see fodder going up a little bit after content. I don't know if I'd sit here and say you should invest before content for that. That doesn't necessarily seem right. I could see a bit of a rise, but then of course you guys know on Friday nights we start to get the supply and the weekend league rewards bring prices down. I'd say the same things about informs, right? Informs I think right now are still 17,000. They were 17,500 coins yesterday. We're awaiting these cards hopefully going down as low as like 12,000 coins on Friday night, tonight, tomorrow on Saturday, so that we can reinvest for next week, and hopefully they do go back up to like 16, 17,000 coins once again. But we got to see the fodder drop before we get invested. Now, trading on a Friday night, one of my favorite things to recommend for those that are on a budget of maybe 200,000-300,000 coins or less is bidding on fodder, because it's in demand. People are getting on the game and doing SBCs, and it's also getting supplied because some people will open store packs. But the bidding on fodder will be even better once weekend league starts, and about 3 hours after that when people start getting their rewards, and then all throughout the rest of the weekend, bidding on fodder will be fantastic. It'll be a great way to trade. Now, let's talk about arguably the biggest part of content today. It's not even something new, as we were talking about. It's the fact that we get to do another Academy evolution, but this one isn't just given to us. Last week, we were given the Future Stars Academy contract. Today, we're getting a second contract Evo, and it will be obtainable through the Future Stars Youth Cup objective. Now, of course, you think about this right away, and you're like, oh, great, I got to go play games to get this Evo unlocked. And well, the Future Stars Youth Cup is here, and the way that I see the objective right here already kind of showing, the objective's not actually showing in game, but you know how sometimes these live events give you a bit of a teaser of what's going to be happening? This objective that's shown right here only has two different segments: win the semifinals, win the tournament, and then a group reward. Good packs, 86 by 5, 87 by 2, and an 84 by 5. I don't think this is the objective that gives us the Future Stars contract for the second time. I think this is a bonus objective. Think about it like the Gauntlet. The Gauntlet gives you a regular Gauntlet objective, which is play and score, and then it also gives you a bonus objective for some extra packs and some extra rewards. I think that's what those big packs we just looked at are, and I think we're going to get a different objective today that will just be play and score in this new event that will allow us to unlock this token. So that's what it is. You're unlocking basically another contract Evo token where you can do a second run through of the whole Future Stars Academy. So that is the one thing that I did want to mention. This is a first to 3 game mode, and it's short matches, and there's 6 entries, I think, per day. It's a cup, it's 3 rounds, so it's basically it is a tournament. It's not a normal live event, it's a tournament. So again, you're trying to win the tournament, but you're also trying to unlock through the other objective that Future Stars Academy Evo today. And I was thinking about having the second chance at going through Future Stars Academy. You could do the exact same Evo chain that you did last time, because all of these were repeatable twice. Like if you did the midfielder last time, you can do it again because it's still here. If you want to do the defender this time, or you want to do right wing, left wing again, because that gave the huge pace boost, right? Those are all repeatable twice, so you can still do them another time. Everything has been repeatable twice as a part of this Evo situation with the Future Stars Academy, except for the 5-star skill moves and the 5-star weak foot. Remember, that was a part of an objective, and I hope EA don't overlook this and not allow us to do another 4-star or 5-star player. But it's like if you chose 5-star skill moves from that player pick, like I did, I can't choose 5-star weak foot this time. I only have one or the other, and that's maybe a little bit of a frustrating thing with this whole Future Star Academy. Maybe one little piece of this that we wouldn't be able to customize to our liking a second time around. But the second time around, you kind of know. You've seen the crazy Evos on Futbin and in game for the last week, and it's kind of like, all right, you have a second shot at this, where you could maybe go pick one that you saw, get that card, and start boosting them up through an Evo. So that's kind of like the positive side of things for a second round. Of course, the negative side could be it was a good bit of work. It's still confusing, but I think we've understood it more now since it's been out for a week. So we kind of understand how this is going to go and how this is going to work. So I think that's actually one of the biggest parts of content today. We'll just have to see how difficult it is to actually get that contract evolution from objectives. And also, it'll be a good day to check your club for cards like Zaire Emery, Dean Huysen, this Heaven card we were just looking at there, random bronze cards like the Norwegian Bundesliga Werder Bremen Hansen Aaron card, this guy Karshi, right? Random cards are going crazy in price still because people are doing these Evos, and if people are able to start another one today, that's going to bring more demand for those players in the market. So some of those bronze, silver, golds that are going crazy in the Evos for the Academy could go up in price once again. Now, we might have another Evo today, not just with the Future Stars Academy, but a regular Evo as well, which we need, man. Like, we need Evos to still come back to life, because, I mean, there's been some decent ones, and sure, the Academy Evos are great. They're creating some incredible cards. Like, what did we just look at? But, like, I still feel like I'm missing normal Evos for non-Academy players, if I'm being completely honest. But it looks like there might be one coming today, because right backs have started to move on the market. And whenever you see a graph that does this, there's not a leak on Twitter yet, but there's a leak, guys. You can see Dalot went from 190K up to 230, and he's held his price since then. Not suspect at all. Doomfries has gone from about 16,000 coins, and he's over 20,000 coins. It looks like there's a right back Evo that is incoming. Don't know the specifics. I bet it would be leaked before the content drop today. So just keep an eye out on that. And of course, if the Evo is good, like we talked about, if Mayulu or if Doumbia is good, strikers or center mids could be hurt in price. If the right back Evo is good, then, you know, some right backs could be hurt in price as well. So that would just be something to be a little bit cognizant of and reminded of today as we head into the content drop. But other than that, there's a lot of question marks for the day today. There could be some more Evos, it feels, or leaks. It feels like the leaks have been kind of quiet in the last couple of days. So that'll be something I'd be watching out for. You know, you keep an eye on some of these icon cards like Henry, Vieira, Zico, Cruyff. A lot of people are waiting very patiently for these cards to continue to go up. Cruyff has kind of started to go up, right? Cruyff was 550K during the week, and right now he's like 590,000 coins. Zico is, you know, on his way as well. The 87 rated Cruyff and Zico are slowly going up. The 86s, the Vieira and the Henry have already started to go up a lot. But I mentioned these cards specifically just because we've been keeping an eye on them. And I say this because, you know, there's still 87 rated Evo cards out there that haven't moved up that much in price yet, and they still could be good investments. Obviously not the right backs, because those are already up so much, but that is what I'd be thinking there. Honestly, guys, let's just see if EA have any surprises for us today. To be completely honest, the second Evo chain does sound cool. The SBCs, maybe a bit tough to craft. The one last thing we're going to talk about in SBCs is the 88 to 90 pack. This is going to go away today. I don't know if it's going to refresh. I hope it does. And I might get this done, but I haven't been opening any packs, so I don't really have 85 rated fodder to do this. But the 88 to 90s have been kind of cool to help us get, you know, some of that higher rated fodder, or at least a chance at it. And then also the ability to pack promo cards from an 88 to 90 pack today. I mean, you're going to be able to pack Fermin, Calafiori. You'd be able to pack Odoberts. Sorry, not Odobert, but your Krupi, because he's 89 rated. So, you know, Nico Paz, 90 rated card for him as well. That's one of the things that these 88 to 90s can give you. So maybe those are worth completing before the content drop today. But I'm pretty happy with just a few 83 by 10s, couple of objective packs, and 86 by 2s. We'll see if we can hit ourselves a really, really nice pull today. And then also, don't sleep on your bronze packs and your silver packs. Plenty of the players in this promo team have bronze and silver base cards, and that means today, as you have been able to for the past week, you could pack their promo cards out of a bronze pack. Again, I hope it happens to somebody. Packing Leonard Carl from a bronze pack would be absolutely crazy. But that's a promo Friday summed up for us today, guys. Future Stars Team 2. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up on the video. Make sure to comment down below any questions you have. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I will see you guys in the Twitch stream today. Let's hope EA make it a fun Friday with Future Stars Team number 2. It's been Nate TheFutAccountant. Have a great Friday, guys. Peace out.